Welcome, everyone, to today's World PR Cocktail and Fireside chat that we're having today. The conversation is organized by GLG, that's PR and reputation management firm, GLG Communications. And it's my delight to be here today to be the host of this gathering. I'm going to guide you throughout the evening, make sure we all have a swell time and an amazing evening today.
The best PR advice I would give, or I've received and I give, is be obsessed with your customers. Be obsessed with them, to know them, to live them, to be them.
I grew up following Miss Universe, Most Beautiful Girl in the World, all of those global things. America will do an event in one city. They will call it World Series. Nobody else is participating, right? And we are fighting to belong to that.
We have a responsibility as PR professionals as well to execute our work to the best of our ability. Whatever it is we're promising our clients that we're going to do, to nail those things.
I think that PR practitioners annoy us as editors. I don't want to say me, as editors, when they come when there is a crisis. That you need to touch base in peacetime.
I love that. Oh, that's
touch base in peacetime and build relationship.
For us, we think, the future is PR, right? That's what we think. That's what we believe in, because it's really more than just a profession. It's life. It's everything. Regardless of what it is that you do, you're selling. You are telling people to know you. You're telling people to like you. And so anyone who is serious about their career, whether you're a market seller, whether you are a doctor, or whatever, you definitely want to deploy PR. So let's bring people together after work. Let's have a conversation. Let's celebrate, PR professionals. Let's talk about things that would advance our profession forward. And that's really what today is all about.
So I'm really excited about World PR Day. I'm very excited about this PR Power List as well that GLG Communication and The Guardian have put together. And the reason this is important is because a lot of times PR professionals, communication professionals, were usually behind the scenes. So this is a really fantastic opportunity, number one, to put a spotlight on communication, on PR, on the practice, as well as the amazing professionals who are doing really great work behind the scenes.
Now, the future of PR is very bright, and I think people who are practicing this should know that is what they need to develop. And then educational institutions around us teaching mass communication or communications generally, as they have done some deregulation of mass communication into various disciplines. And with this deregulation that have started in some universities, they should begin to deepen understanding of public relations, because the future is very bright. One, political leaders need skill in public relations. Journalists who cross over from journalism to public relations need skill set to be able to practice, so that they don't just restrict themselves to media relations aspect of public relations, because public relations has so many faces, and just media relation is one of them.
So we are here to recognize these people, and we have certain persons to be awarded tonight and recognize for what they have done in the space of PR. On behalf of Guardian Nigeria, Mr. Martins Oloja, Managing Director and Editor-in-Chief at The Guardian. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause.
It's important for the world to understand the role that public relations plays in democracies, in corporate governance, in communications, in citizen education, and all of that. I believe very strongly that if the world understands PR better, and if more global leaders and company leaders are able to use PR and get the best value out of PR, then we stand a better chance to building a better world in preventing wars, communicating for impact, avoiding crises and issues and all of that. So the whole concept of World PR Day is to provide a platform for this discussion about understanding what PR means, what PR does, and what kind of value we can get out of an industry that seeks to help all of us communicate professionally.
PR shape opinion and manage perception. You can use reputation and as well. So we can not stress enough how important PR is. And to have a day for PR may give opportunity for both practitioner and the other stakeholder into, let me put it this way, into framing the future we all desire for this industry.
The future is actually PR, like the day states, because I don't think there's anything that, even whether brand, personal or corporate, that would have, any great standing or positioning without a proper PR. So PR is everything.
I think I'll stick to the definition. The future of public relations. I think, and people tend to mix public PR and publicity. They are sort of like merged. They're murky waters together. But in terms of publicity and promotions, I think people are going to self-promote more. People are going to push themselves and push their brands more. But the future of PR is going to be quite self-promotional. I think PR is going to be more intentional in the future.